Are you looking for a new dark romance book rec? Oh my god, I've got you. But it's going to need some convincing. The reason it's going to need some convincing is because it's a big freaking series. The series is 15 books. Please don't panic. Give me a chance. It's 15 books and all of the books are freaking bricks. They're all this big. One second, I'll show you the first one. This is the first book and like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a commitment. I have just finished the second book though. Here's the second one. This is the second one. I finished these in 2 weeks. I can't put them down. It's a lot, right? I'm a fast reader, yes, but this one especially, I think I finished in 4 days. And every time I see this cover, I get like a rush of like dopamine. I don't know, like 6 stars, 6 freaking stars. I think this might be in the top of my like top 5 favorite books I've ever read in my life, like ever, period. That is how much I freaking love this series. This series has literally everything in it that I use to rate a book like 5 stars. The number one being insanely complex characters that you both are rooting for and rooting against at times. This is one of those epic stories where the villains are villains, yes, but they have enough good in them or enough reason for being villains that you also sympathize with them. This book, for example, by the end of this book, like I'd spent the entire book questioning why I'm rooting for this evil man, but I'm rooting for him. I'm like, this is my couple, like I'm here for them. We get to the end and all of a sudden I'm like rooting for the villain who's been hurting them the whole time and I'm side-eyeing the main character that I've been rooting for. And I finished this book and was sad for like 2.5 seconds that it was over and then remembered that I had like 14 more books to read. So we chillin'. It's good. Now, let me give you a little bit of a breakdown so far because I know what you're thinking. You're like, I can't commit to that. That is freaking crazy. Because Diva, I did the exact same freaking thing. Okay. This book, when I started it, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read this book, see what this is all about. Then I'm gonna read some other stuff or whatever and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Got halfway through this book and I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna read this whole series. I'll just take breaks and read other books in between. Finished this book and was like, okay, I'm just gonna read the next one. Read this almost in one shot. Like I didn't sleep for 4 days because I needed to read this book and your girl still has responsibilities in the daytime, let me tell ya. I finished this book in like 4 freaking days, just almost constantly read it freaking cover to cover. And I live in Skyfall, okay? Like I am a gray waster. All freaking hail King fucking Silent. Woo! There is big watch outs, okay? I started this video and I was like, yo, you wanna read some dark shit? If you know me, if you follow me, you know that when I say something is dark, I am fucking kidding. This isn't like,
oh, God of Fury was kind of dark.
These are there were scenes in this that made my jaw hit the floor and I am so desensitized, baby. Like I have been reading dark content almost exclusively for a very long time and I have read shit that would make the paint peel off the walls. You know when you're like reading something so insane that you're pacing like the house while you're reading? I was frickin' pacing, sweating. But there's also foot kickies in it. Like you squeal and you get excited because they're giving you constantly, you're getting Stockholm, basically. Like Jade is getting Stockholmed and you're getting Stockholmed by Elish, who's Stockholming Jade in this one. And like, you're just, the ups and downs, the betrayal, the anger you feel, they make you hate and love characters at the same time, which it is so hard for me to find books that do that for me. That is like my favorite shit about reading is that's why I like dark content. I like to read about like morally complex dilemmas. But the biggest watch out that I will say, because it's a big one, is I believe the author was pretty young when he wrote these. So by extension, the characters are sometimes uncomfortably young as well too. I was aging Jade up a lot in my head for the first half of this, well, no, pretty much for this entire book, I was aging Jade up in my head. Think like Game of Thrones, Daenerys and Drogo, but instead of Drogo being a barbarian, he's this like sophisticated aristocrat who is like trying to train Jade, who's a gutter rat, into being, he's disciplining. It's sketchy and Jade is very young. So if that's gonna be a problem, don't read this book because you are not gonna have a good time. Even in Fallocaust, I think Killian is like 17 in it, so just be aware. This is like a post-apocalyptic world. It is not meant to be like romanticizing these relationships. They are very dark, complex, toxic relationships and nothing about it is good. In no way does reading this or recommending this give anyone a green light to think these things are okay in real life. It is fiction. Do not come in my comments and can give your opinion about whether or not people should be reading shit like that. This is not the place. I am not the creator. I will block you. So if it's bothering you, block me and move on. With that out of the way, this book was so fucking good. Like, I literally cannot. I am now sad. Like, I'm fucking sat after these two. So the entire series, Fallocaust, this is book one in like the through line storyline. So there's going to be one storyline beginning to end that follows Reaver and Killian and how they're interacting with all of these other very complex characters in this world. This is what's called a companion book. So we meet Jade and Elish in this through like Reaver and Killian's point of view, and I think Jade has a POV chapter in this one too. Then we go spin off from this story and we learn how Jade and Elish met each other, what their whole story is, and we hear like the whole overarching plot, but from like their point of view. So this is an epic. Like, it is, I can't even call this a romance. There's a shit ton of dark romance in it. There's a lot of dark horror erotica in these as well too, but it is just so much more than that. It's a massive, crazy, dark, up post-apocalyptic epic basically, and every single companion book is going to follow another like character or couple as we continue to follow this main storyline, right? So I am so freaking sad. Like, there's so many characters that I met in this one that I'm like, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait for their book. I can't wait for the villains book. I freaking hope we get the villains book. Like, I am so sad in this that I'm literally sitting there looking up the titles of the other books, trying not to spoil myself, but also being like, oh my god, Suicide King. I really hope that King Silas's story. Like, do you know what I mean? It has consumed me, and I want it to consume you too. Somebody was like, these books are like recommending crack to somebody. You know they're gonna like it. It's just gonna be bad for them. That's what I'm doing, man. I am shamelessly your little crack dealer right now, and I want you to like, please just take one hit. Just take one hit. Just try it. Anyway, if you like this kind of shit, or if this sounds like it appeals to you, we have the same taste, baby. We have the same taste. And I think you should probably follow me and get more recommendations like this. Or even better, you could read my books, because I write books like this too. I like it dark, I like it twisted, I like it messed up. I like stories with characters that make you feel things. I like to have my heart freaking ripped out, and I don't even always necessarily need it put back together. I want to be staring at a fucking wall. So I write books that do that to people as well too. So check out some of my stuff if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by and coming to my freaking TED Talk. If you're watching this on YouTube, check below. I will link everything in there that you need to grab and read more of this. But fuck yeah, baby. I like, honestly, if you start this, please let me know. DM me, send me updates. I want to freaking hear about it. Like, just weirdos freaking unite. Like, I want to know. Anyways, I love you. And as always, stay freaking weird.